Hey everybody, Goddess of Mischief here, back in Warframe, today with a little something different, something that was suggested to me. Someone had asked for my fashion frames, and well, Saren Prime here, of course, looks a little different. I bought her the Tenogen, I gotta see who made it now, the Valenosa skin, which was designed by Hitsu-sen. I also have the Nidus Sayandana on her because I liked how it looked and I thought it would fit her perfectly. Most of my frames I have a set theme for. I'm at the point where I have them all. Except for Velvin Prime, he has way too much cryotic that I still need to finish building him. But I've been working on getting skins for these guys. Saren Prime, I wanted to change her look up a bit. And as you can see, my list is long. Ash, he's still pretty basic. He looks like this. I kind of went volcanic with regular Ash. Got some red for the fire and the lava. The green for the plants that it goes over. Gray for Ash itself. Ash Prime I kind of went similar. Except I put more browns and lighter grays. I made him a lot lighter. Haven't changed him up. Atlas, he's the same. He's still pretty basic. I went Earth theme for him. So we got the ocean, the ground, the plants, a little bit of white for the clouds. Banshee. A regular one, I did take the deluxe skin, and I went very much lounge singer with her colors, since that's what the dress and the leggings kind of reminded me of. Banshee Prime I kept the same. With her I kind of went with the Banshee lore, like they're in the woods, they can be near bogs, so I went with the blues and the greens and kept her gold. For Chroma he's the dragon, so I had to go with the deluxe skin. His colors, I had seen a yellow and black dragon in Skyrim, and I was like, you know, that could totally be Chroma. And then I got the deluxe skin on him and it looked even better. So I was like, okay, I'm keeping this. And I just went with this Prisma Sayandana because every other Sayandana would have blocked his attachments. And I added these, the Avia leg plates, because, well, he's a dragon, he's supposed to fly. And he has frost damage. Regular Ember has her chicken skin, as I lovingly call it. I kind of went Phoenix with her, and fire themed, with the reds, the oranges, the whites. And I pretty much did the same thing with Ember Prime, except for I went with the blue for hot, instead of like orange. Equinox, I was thinking, since he is day and night, I went dawn and dusk. I have the sun represented, the moon represented, twilight, dusk, all that fun stuff. So the blues and the whites. I'll actually show off. Alright. Let me get in here. No, we won't do that. Excalibur, I just went with one of his skins that we got for free. I didn't really pick a theme color-wise for regular Excalibur. I just was like, okay, he pops a little bit. Let me get him some brighter colors, make him look a little bit more metallic. Throw on some of the obsidian gear that the PlayStation gets. and I kind of went with that. Excalibur Umbra, not gonna lie, I went full Pokemon with this. If any of you know who Grey Ninja from Pokemon is, this is his color scheme. And I just couldn't resist. He has all of his gear on him. His Sayandana, his attachments, all that fun stuff. Frost, I kind of fashion framed. I went and got one of his deluxe skins. I really liked this one. It's like the embodiment of Old Man Winter. And the blues and whites of winter. I picked this Rhino Prime Sayandana because it kind of reminds me of a snowflake. I was like, why not? His Prime is very similar, except I went opposite colors. Just so he wouldn't match as much. And I picked the Solstice Sayandana to throw on him. I may eventually change his helmet because I hate the basic Frost helmet, which this pretty much is, except for it's got the golden attachments on it. I do keep the Frost armor here. So I just kind of like how that looks on him. Gara, I have her one helmet on her. I didn't bother putting a Sayandana on her because I just like how these look, and I didn't want to take away from that. With her, I kind of went with glass colors. She got the rose glass for her ultimate, which is what I kind of like, the rose, and went with the reds and blues because you can get those kind of windows. And I was like, yes, we'll try to keep her glassy and a little classy. Harrow was kind of one of my favorites to color. I do plan on getting his skin eventually because I do like that. I like to call it his Red Hood skin because it kind of reminds me of Red Hood. I kind of do like that helmet. But the Suffragan is what I've got on him. Here's what the whole skin looks like. Someday he will have it. I didn't do much for him because I thought he looked pretty good. Hush Lotus. Hydroid, he is going to probably be one of my next ones to get a deluxe skin or a Tenogen skin because he is kind of plain. But he is the master of the ocean, so with him I went with the oceanic colors, the blues, the greens, the blacks. And I went with this because it kind of made him look like a pirate. I know, silly. I didn't bother going all out with a Sayandana on him because I prefer his Prime better, who is still very similar color scheme wise, except I made him a little bit lighter and changed up a little bit, but he's still pretty much the same. And Aros, I couldn't help but pick up his deluxe skin, and for him I went total Egyptian statues. The golds, the reds, the blues, and I just couldn't help it. I went full Anubis statue with this. Ivara is one that needs a new skin as well. I didn't really choose a theme for her. I just kind of picked what I thought looked nicest on her. And I didn't really want her plain helmet anymore, so I just picked this one. I preferred this one. Korra, she does have a theme. I went Tigress with her. She has her other helmet that came with her. And she has our new obsidian cloak on. And I put some of the Tenogen attachments on her, as well as some obsidian armor on her as well. Limbo, I kind of chose the black and red scheme, a little bit of blue. Like, just thought, you know, he's like the embodiment of Limbo, and I thought it kind of suited him. Whereas Limbo Prime, I went black and white for the whole Limbo thing and kept this on him because I thought it looked good. I mean, he's got the jacket on top, so I didn't want to throw too much back here. I didn't want to make him go overboard. Loki is still kind of plain. With him, I kind of stole the colors of Marvel's Loki. The golds, the blacks, the yellows. And I threw the Umbra Sayandana on him, along with some of the armor. Which this looks gigantic on him. Loki Prime went through a lot of color changes. He's still... Well, he's got the greaves, the Prime attachments, and everything on him, except for the chest piece, which is from Barrow. But this color scheme I chose because, well, I sat down and looked at his mask, and I thought, he looks very demonic. And I thought, okay, I need to make him have reds, blacks, yellows, make him look demonic. And then I threw the obsidian signed on him, and I thought, this looks perfect to me. Meg, I threw the Numia skin on her, and these colors I chose for like the magnetic wavelength, and then I just stuck with them because they look really shiny on her. And her original skin is kind of boring. I do have the immortal skin for her, but even that made her look boring. Meg Prime doesn't look like Meg Prime, but that's because I also chose a Tenogen for her, the Pharaoh one, because again, I'm not a big fan of this helmet, and I did like this one and the skin itself that came with it, so I just threw that on her, and I stuck with similar colors, purples and yellows. Meza, who will be again getting a skin in the future. She is a gunslinger, and her helmets are very cowboy related, so I had to do similar colors: yellows, browns, blues, darker colors that you'd associate with cowboys. Mirage, her regular one went through a change. I preferred the Harlequin helmet, and I went with a similar theme color-wise. Harlequin colors. Just yellow and black for her, because her Prime variant, I chose the red and black, and the Tenogen armor looked perfect on her. And I've got the Hecate Sayandana from Barrow, the Prisma one. Necros has his Ikrala skin, and for him color-wise, I went with Death, since Necros basically is the embodiment of death. He's got some Armbra stuff on him, and I like the skin. It grew on me eventually. I didn't like it in the beginning, but here's Necros Prime. Again, similar death theme, grays, greens, blacks. And I kind of thought, why not throw a Barrow Sayandana on him? Barrow armor kind of suits him. I just didn't want to throw the other Chiropta Sayandana because it kind of was too much back here. That's what he's got. Neja is another one I didn't choose colors for. When his deluxe skin comes out, I'll probably change them up, but he's got the Jinza helmet on, and I just went black and white and yellow for now. He'll probably change. I got some obsidian armor on him and the EOS armor. And I did show off Nidus before, and I explained why his colors are... He's got the greaves, prime greaves, his Sayandana that came with the skin, and I made him infectious looking. Infectious and gross, so that's why he looks this way. Nova is kind of plain. but I wanted to go nuclear and some things nuclear with her, which is why she's got this helmet on her instead. And her prime variant, I didn't. I just kind of liked how the pink went into the purple, a little like the blue. The ombre of her, so that's why she looks like this. And I've got the obsidian Sayandana on her. Some barrow armor on her. Nyx is still very regular. She's got the Kuva cloak. The 10 gen armor. With her, I kind of wanted to make her a little bit girly, which is why she has the pink on her, and then the blue. And I kind of wanted this to be a little bit golden, so I kind of went with like a brown. There's not really anything telekinetic related color-wise. And her prime, I want it to be girly as well. She has the prime cloak. And Oberon. It is fairy skin. I went woodsy with him and his prime version, since they are spirits of the woods. And I thought this one went well, woodsy wise. And I know he's kind of bright. I may get another skin, the Wendigo skin, and throw it on his prime version. Octavia, she kind of looks like a bat. But I went music lengths with her. And then threw these on her because, again, they looked very Batwing-like. And I thought, this sits so well with her. Rhino, he's pretty plain. He's got one of his helmets on. Some of the Tenogen armor, some of the obsidian armor. The cathode Sayandana of Volts, because nothing else seemed to fit right on him. Him in his prime colors, who has Umbra and the prime Sayandana that came with him. And the Greaves. I went after an actual Rhino with those. Like the Rhino colors. The grays, the browns. Regular Saren has her Orphid skin, along with the butterfly wings. With her, I looked up orchid plants and based the color around those, since they're poisonous. And you've seen Saren Prime. Again, I went with poisonous plants for her color scheme. Titania, she has the butterfly wings, and she is surrounded by butterflies herself. And she is my girliest frame, super pink, super red. And the only thing different with her is her helmet. Her skin is still the same. Trinity is plain. Her and her prime, I based off of the medical practice, the reds, the whites, the golds. Thing you would think she would associate with, like, medical, since she is support. Valkyr has her deluxe skin on her, and Valkyr Prime still looks like Valkyr Prime. The only thing I went color scheme for these two was I went and looked up Wolverine's, both of his, I looked at both of his color schemes. Like, he had a blue and yellow, and brown and yellow. So I went with those ones from X-Men, because, you know, they've both been experimented on, and I thought, what a perfect thing. Valben, I didn't really know what to do with him. He's got this helmet, the Twitch Sayandana, some Prisma armor, well, the obsidian one, and I just threw these on him because I thought those look okay. He's a hard one for me to choose stuff for. Volt, he has his proto armor. He is one of my favorites. I went with electricity type colors with him in his prime. So blacks, blues, yellows. Because I thought those would suit him. He's got his proto cyanide on this one. And the obsidian cyanidana on this one. Wukong. I really like the yellows and blues and greens on him because I thought they suited him well. And I love this helmet. Zephyr. She has her immortal skin. I went pinks and blues because I was thinking of a parrot, like brightly colored bird for her. Which is why she's so bright. And her prime, I kind of went with blue and gold macaw. Because, once again, they're both birds. Now my go-to primes. My go-to frames are usually primes, because I prefer them. Volt is one, and Saren is the other. You'll find me playing with Saren a lot. And usually, if I'm not Saren, I'm Volt or I'm Ember. My favorite, though, if I had to choose, even though they're all my babies, I would have to pick Saren. And if I wanted to buff, I would totally pick Octavia. Because, I'll see if I can play the song for you guys. If it will. Oh, it's not gonna play. But she has a special song that I have chosen. Alright, let's see. I've got that in Naruto's helmet. Here we go. I don't know if many of you heard this, but I went and chose this song, the Imperial March, for her. I've had a few people dance to it, but these are my fashion frames. These are my favorite frames, my go-to. And usually when it comes to companions that I bring out with me, I usually pick the Taxon. I'm probably going to bring out Helios a little bit more, so you can scan some stuff for me. And right now I'm still ranking up my Kubro, Sunny, and I'm going to try for one more because that's all I need is one more of the Kubros. Well, I hope you all enjoyed this video. It's something a little different. Feel free to add more suggestions or whatever. These are my favorite weapons to choose from, just because I've modded them to pack a punch. I'll sometimes pick out different ones for different things I know I'll need. But these are the few that I have. If you get 2 Lex Primes because I have the AK Lex Prime blueprint, I just need like one more piece of it. But that's the end of the video, and I'll see you all in the next one.